They're on the track for the opener. One is Noble Woody, owned by Perino and Aldridge with Bruce Aldridge. 2 is Banking on Bomb, owned by Faye Carter with Jim Taggart. Number 3 is Rosewood, owned by Tiffany Barrett with Brandon Parker. 4 is the Catamount Kid, owned by Collin Riley with Corey Stratton. Number 5 is Firewater Jake, owned by Henry Conrad with Mike Burton. 6 is Big is Better, owned by Bernadine Evans with Jimmy DeVoe. Number 7 is Dramatist, owned and driven by Max Sowers. Behind the gate, here they come. There goes Noble Woody right out for the early lead. On the far outside, there goes Dramatist. The others are in post position order. Banking on Bomb gets away third with Rosewood fourth. Then it's the Catamount Kid, Firewater Jake, and Big is Better trails to field seventh. Down the backstretch to the quarter. So from his outside post, there goes Dramatist now to grab the early lead from Noble Woody second. Then it's Banking on Bomb, Rosewood, and the Catamount Kid. They go by the quarter mile, 28-3 at the paddock turn the first time. And we have Dramatist coming off a 5-length victory. Leads the way by a length, right there in the pocket, coming from Noble Woody second. Then it's Banking on Bomb and Rosewood, so they come by the stand for the first time. And we have Dramatist holding on to the lead over Noble Woody second, Banking on Bomb third. First to pull, there goes the Catamount Kid, half mile, 58-2, 29-4 split. Moving around the clubhouse turn. So up front, it is still Dramatist, your later. Pocket Trip, Noble Woody. First over on the outside for the Catamount Kid. Saving ground there on the inside, it's Banking on Bomb. Rosewood down on the inside, fifth. Followed then by Big is Better and Firewater Jake. But in the meantime, deciding to pull out of the 2-0 here, it's Noble Woody. But Dramatist still clinging to a whisker. 3/4, 127-3, 29 1/4. Moving around the final turn, Max Sowers digging down deep with Dramatist. Noble Woody on the outside is second. So these two will arrive at the top of the stretch. And Dramatist and Max Sowers now opens up a little bit more, followed then by Noble Woody second, and it's going to go to Max Sowers and Dramatist in the opener. Noble Woody will finish second, followed by Rosewood and Banking on Bomb in 156-2. Driven by Max Sowers. Super 7132, 331 even. They're on the track for race 2. One is Real Roxy, owned by Stanley Noga with Kyle DiBenedetto. Number 2 is Where It's At, on with the Trusty Acres Stable with Thomas EDLER. Number 3 is Virtuous Dragon, under lease to Mike Gilmore with Rick Harp. Number 4 is Tear 'em Up Louie, owned by Tammy Sowers with Max Sowers. Number 5 is Precious Blue Chip, owned by DARISH and Skindariato with Shane Darish. 6 is Bueller by Mike Doherty with Chris Doherty. Number 7 is Dr. Snow, owned by Collin with Jimmy DeVoe. And number 8, it's Suits, owned by Rhea Stubitz and Marcelino. The driver is Bruce Aldridge. It's second race. Field for the second race, ready to go. They're off. There goes Virtuous Dragon, who is the first to leave. On the inside, Real Roxy, and now the favorite Bueller beginning to rush up there on the outside third. Then on the inside, where it's at, is racing in fourth position, followed by Up Louis fifth. Then it's Precious Blue Chip, Dr. Snow Suits trails the field down the backstretch of the quarter. And no surprises here as the 1-5 favorite Bueller and Chris Darity makes the top as they go by the quarter mile, 28-1 at the paddock turn the first time. So Chris Darity and Bueller dropping down to the bottom condition, leads the way here by a little more than a length. Virtuous Dragon is sitting second with Real Roxy, and where it's at fourth as they come by the stands for the first time. And it is Bueller holding on to the lead by a length over Virtuous Dragon second, Real Roxy third. Where it's at is fourth with Up Louis and Precious Blue Chip. Half mile, 57-4, 29 3/4. So with one more lap to go, it's still Bueller holding on to that advantage over Virtuous Dragon second, Real Roxy third. Where it's at fourth with Up Louis fifth. From the back of the pack, Dr. Snow begins to move up on the outside with Precious Blue Chip and Suits heading to the 3/4. And right now it has been Bueller from the get-go. Virtuous Dragon sticking right there with the favorite. 3/4, 127-4, 30 flat quarter here, moving around the final turn. So right now we have Chris Darity and Rick Harp 1-2 here. It is still Bueller in front over Virtuous Dragon second, a gap of 3 back to where it's at third, and they're at the top of the stretch, and it is Bueller still maintaining that advantage. Virtuous Dragon now out for the stretch drive on the outside, but it's still Bueller holding on to the lead and wins it by a measured length. Virtuous Dragon was second, where it's at third, and Dr. Snow complete. Mike Dougherty and driven by Chris Dougherty. Third race post time will be in 11 minutes at 12:57. No change. And the super here of 6327, $154.50. Here they are for your third race. Number 1 is Uncle Quackers, owned by Tiffany Barrett with Brandon Parker. Number 2 is A Dream So Real, owned by Christine Segrossi with Mike Merton. Number 3 is Rose Run Woodrow, owned with the Grassco Racing Stable with Jim Taggart. Number 4 is American Era, owned by Diana Bartels with Jimmy DeVoe. Number 5 is Heartthrob Kid, owned by Jay Shiner with Bruce Aldridge. Six is KJ Natalia, owned by Steve Walters with Kyle DiBenedetto. Number 7 is Holy Moment, owned and driven by Pete Mealy. And the 8 is Happy Camper, owned by Jody Francesco with CORY STRATTON. Field for your third race. Start of the pick 5. Ready for a start. There goes Uncle Quackers on the inside, right out for the early lead. On the far outside comes Happy Camper. Down along the inside, A Dream So Real gets away third. A gap of 3 lanes back to Rose Run Woodrow fourth. Then it's American Era fifth. Then it's Heartthrob Kid Racing sixth, with KJ Natalia and Holy Moment trails the field. So they move down the backstretch of the quarter. We have CORY, STRATTON, and Happy Camper a year later over Uncle Quackers second. Then it's A Dream So Real and Rose Run Woodrow. They go by the quarter, 29 seconds flat. So they move around the paddock turn the first time. And we have CORY, STRATTON, and Happy Camper maintaining that advantage over Uncle Quackers second. Then it's A Dream So Real third. The favorite Rose Run Woodrow is fourth with American Era and Heartthrob Kid. They're in the stretch over to the half with Happy Camper holding on to that advantage. Uncle Quackers second, and now Jim Taggart. And the favorite Rose Run Woodrow is now first over. Half mile in an even minute, 31 quarter. Moving around the turn with Happy Camper your leader. Here comes Rose Run Woodrow. Taking aim on the outside first over. 2-hole trip there for Uncle Quackers third. Second over, American Era, gapping that cover fourth. On the inside, A Dream So Real fifth. Then it's KJ Natalia sixth. On the outside, Heartthrob Kid drops back to last as Holy Moment moves to the inside of him. 3 quarters, 128 and 3, 28 and 3 panel. Moving around the final turn, and suddenly Jim Taggart and the favorite Rose Run Woodrow now pulls away from Happy Camper. Then it's Uncle Quackers and A Dream So Real. Top of the stretch, they turn for home, and Rose Run Woodrow in charge by 3. Happy Camper chasing second, followed by Uncle Quackers third. A Dream So Real fourth. Order of finish will be 3-8, 1-2 in 157 and 4. Trained by Frank Gennady, driven by Jim Taggart. We have no changes in the fourth. Your pick 3, 763, 2940. Your super 3812, 323 even.